Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing a Swiss release draft for Battle for Zendikar. Sunken Hollow, worth about 5 tickets, so we're going to take that. Same policy as before with the Swiss drafts. If I end up winning the Swiss draft, I'll move up to 8-4. And of course, if I make it to the finals of the 8-4, I'll keep doing it. Otherwise, if I don't make it to the finals of the 8-4, I'll go back to Swiss. Yeah, so we're going to take 5 tickets. Otherwise, I think probably Grip of Desolation. What's this processor assault do again? I process and then 5 damage to a creature. Not bad. I still think I'd prefer Grip because of instant speed, no process requirement, and the fact that you can 2-for-1. I mean, straight up 2-for-1 guaranteed, but better 2-for-1 if they have like an awakened creature. But we'll take the 5 tickets, not necessarily commit ourselves to blue-black either. See what else we get. All right. Stonewaker, I played that during the pre-release. I like it. It's a cool card. We've got Retreat, which is better than I initially gave it credit for. I definitely think this card's pretty good. I mean, spits out ally creatures, which is pretty good. Or buffs your team, which is definitely good. There's also Touch of the Void in here, though. I mean, Retreat tends to, I would say, lend itself to an 18-land deck. You probably can get away with 17 lands with Retreat, but the fact that it spits out allies, I think, is very relevant. How much do I like Touch of the Void? I definitely like Touch of the Void, too. So it's like cheaper removal spell that also can burn face and feeds process versus enchantment that spits out allies or buffs team. Both of those are pretty good. I feel like retreats tend to go later, but I saw tabled Touch of the Voids. My gut instinct went with the retreat, so I think I'm actually going to take that. Okay, we have Eyeless Watcher now, which 3 bodies for 1, not bad. Certainly synergizes well with retreat. We have McKindy Patrol, which is an ally. Gives all your guys vigilance each turn if you have a landfall with the retreat. Not bad. The Watcher commits to a second color. The Patrol is a little less impressive, although, I mean, giving all your guys vigilance is certainly good. I definitely think Watcher's better since it ramps and puts out 3 bodies. Nothing else too crazy good in here. Malachor Familiar is pretty good. Death Touch I like in this format, definitely. I think we'll go with the Watcher. I think Green-White Allies is probably pretty good. Okay, so now we have Inspired Charge, which definitely works well with both Retreat and Watcher. I think it's probably going to go a bit later, though. Blister Pod, which is great for as like a sack outlet, any sort of sack deck. Could definitely see that being good. The Sifter, which I think is a really good card, actually. Maybe Junk Colors is something I can possibly go towards, or just black-green splash retreat is also fine. I definitely think Sifter's better than Blister Pod. The Scry ability is not to be overlooked, plus it's a good, efficient body. Nothing else too crazy good in here. I think Great Horn's fine. A little bit less exciting. I think I'm going to go with the Sifter. Especially in a sack outlet deck, I could see Scry wanting being pretty amazing. We'll take it. Okay, so targeted, hand disruption. Natural Connection, a little bit of instant speed fixing and landfall buffing. There's also Culling Drone in black, which is not terribly exciting, but feeds process. Scour from Existence, a little bit pricey, but, I mean, it does things. Also have Clutch of Currents. I do have Sunken Hollow. That's committed. That's going deep. That is going deep. I do think Clutch of Currents is a pretty excellent card, though. Of my 3 cards, which one do I like the most? I think the Sifter. The fact that I have Sifter Watcher might be relevant here. I'm okay taking Natural Connection. It's not incredible, but I'm going to actually go Clutch here. We've got a lot of colors, I admit, but I'm more comfortable kind of playing it by ear. sort of seeing how it goes. Like Lifespring Druid here now looks amazing since we're kind of in 4 colors. And Sunken Hollow is actually looking like something that might make this all come together. Like maybe we just go Bug, Splash, Retreat to Emeria, which doesn't seem bad. Also Blister Pod in here, which is great with, you know, a sack outlet, which I imagine is good in black. We're going to take the Druid here, I think. We're going to commit to a bit deeper green. Okay, well, Seek the Wilds helps us find the colors we need. Sheer Drop, though, has got to be pretty decent, especially on the Splash. I like these Splash, like, Awaken cards. They feel really good, actually. Tajuru Stalwart, definitely good in a 3 or 4 color deck, too. I'm kind of feeling the Sheer Drop, though. I feel like the Stalwart's going to go later. Not that we're going to table it here, but I feel like overall we can hope that it goes later. Basically, I feel like I want to stick to green and then splash like 2 to 3 other colors. I'm going to take the Sheer Drop here, though. Okay, Void Attendant. Pretty much only good with processing, which we don't really have yet. Otherwise, there's Mist Intruder, Reclaiming Vines, Mire's Malice. I think we're just going to stick to green cards. It's early enough where I don't mind. Blighted Cataract seems like a difficult card to play if we're going this deep on colors. I'm going to take the Attendant pretty happily, though. This is at least an interesting draft already. I think we're going to end up with a lot of powerful spells, and if we can make the fixing work, I should be pretty satisfied. Like here, I'm pretty comfortable just taking a Fertile Thicket. Could take the Mantis, but if we end up 3 colors, which it really looks like at least 3 colors is what we're going to end up in, I'm going to want some fixing, and I think Fertile Thicket's going to be pretty helpful for that. I think it's actually in our best interest to sort by color. Does make me do it twice still, oddly enough. That's not too insane. Lithomancer's Focus seems like a pretty excellent combat trick. We do have 3 green, 2 white, a black, and a blue at the moment. I'll take the Focus. Maybe we focus on green-white. Figure out our other colors as we go. Mortuary Mire, not terribly exciting. Mire's Malice, probably decent. Reclaiming Vines, a little Awaken killer. Fine sideboard card, I'm sure. Does not deal with Eldrazi, though. Probably don't want double color in this deck either. I think we'll take the Malice. Probably don't want Inspire Charge. I mean, we'll take Infuse with the Elements. I mean, it seems okay, especially if we end up going as many colors. Tabling the Natural Connection is just amazing. It's like exactly what our deck wants. Could not be more in line with what we're looking for here. Pretty lucky wheel there, to be honest. All right, we'll take the Dutiful Return. And sure, Angelic Gift. All right, well, 15 out of 15 playables is a great sign. Like I said, focusing on green for the fixing. I don't like the Gruesome Slaughter in this build. Territorial Baloth, I imagine, is good. This actually seems like, well, I was going to say seems fine, but it only works with colorless. We don't quite have enough yet to really support that. I can take a second Clutch of Currents for the blue splash. Territorial Baloth seems like a good card with the Natural Connection at the very least, and is a nice beater. Skyrider Elf, though, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. This card actually just seems exactly in line with what something you want with like a 4-color deck. I mean, granted, it's in blue, but paying 2 mana for a 2/2 flyer or 4 mana for a 4/4 flyer is pretty nuts. So I think we're dedicated 4-color at this point. And we definitely want to focus on, I was going to say green-white, but maybe I guess, just green for now. Let's just focus on green. We'll figure out how we're going to play our other 3 colors later. Fixing is going to be paramount, so any sort of Tango Land or Evolving Wilds. I don't know if we'll get past Tango Lands in this format, though. This makes me play 5-color, right? I guess that's kind of cool. Despoiler is only okay. Invoker is quite good. This helps us fix. think Invoker might just be the pick, though. I mean, we're almost assuredly 18 lands, and this is a great mana sink. I like this Invoker more, but I'd like to stay out of red. I mean, the fact that we're in 4 colors already, let's just focus. Okay, so Sky Spawner in blue, which I like. I mean, we possibly go green-blue, splash black, splash white, which I think is okay too. We have a processor with no processing cards, is that right? No cards that currently exile, I don't think. So, Sky Spawner might just be the pick. Just perfectly acceptable. I think Sky Spawner is a great card. Very versatile. Ramps gives you an evasive guy. There's also Giant Mantis, which keeps us more in line with just green. I don't think Mantis is as good as Sky Spawner. Currently don't have a ton of need for the Scion tokens. That's actually not true. Sky Spawner is going to be better with Retreat. Also Bone Splinters. Yeah. Splash removal spell. I'm going to go Sky Spawner. I feel like as of now, green-blue seems like the best direction to focus on. Okay, now we have focus. I think we just want another Eyeless Watcher. More token production. Another Skyrider Elf seems excellent. Now I definitely want to focus on green-blue. I think Gift can go already. Probably Dutiful Return. Probably Malice is going to go. Probably Focus is going to go. Retreat and Sheer Drop are fine splash cards. I think Sifter and Myers Malice are fine splash cards as well. Skyrider Elf definitely feels like the pick here. Just excellent card. So, would still like some of those green, common, uncommon, either the Warcaller or the 6-drop Beast guy, because we've got some great, we just have some pretty fantastic ally stuff going on. Got to slam Evolving Wilds here. It's like exactly what our deck wants and needs. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, Oracle of Dust, not that exciting in our deck. Although 5 mana 3/5 body in blue is certainly good, but we're gonna slam this Evolving Wilds. Like I said, it's pretty much exactly what our deck wants. We're looking good on the fixing front. Sunken Hollow, Fertile Thicket, Evolving Wilds, and Lifespring Druid. We are definitely looking good on the fixing front and Natural Connection. So yeah, we're just excellent right now on being able to play converge spells. And I definitely like the focus on green-blue, I think is going to work well for us. Okay, well, I mean, I can take another Sifter. We already have one. Focus on Bug, Splash White. How good is Sifter on the splash? I mean, it's not amazing. It's doable. Probably just, I mean, I'm fine taking another Invoker. At worst, it's a bear. Probably don't need to branch too much deeper into black unless it's for, like, removal. Whereas just Invoker is amazing if we have mana to burn, which in our deck it feels like we will. So I'll take a second Invoker. I'm okay with that. A lot of red cards. Earthen Arms, probably not necessary. Great Harn, not that great. Not that great, actually, on the splash, I don't think. We'll take Plummet. I think it's a pretty excellent sideboard card. And I don't think we're going to have a problem finding playables. I really like Territorial Baloth a lot in general. I really like it a lot in this deck, especially. Natural Connection, Evolving Wilds at this point definitely seems like a powerhouse green card. All right, I think we don't need to look at colors as much anymore. So let's get a little bit more curve-centric. Seek the Wilds might just be good enough here. So what does our deck want? I guess lower the curve slightly. Other than that, I would really like so I guess I want a processor, even if we don't process. It doesn't have to be a processor, I guess. It would be fine if it was just a good Eldrazi. I'm just looking for a good Eldrazi. They kind of all process, though, and I don't really have... All right, well, we got the processor back. I'm going to take it. It just feels like with the amount of ramp we currently have, a 7-mana, 7/8 body seems fine. We're not going to play Culling Drone anyway. Skyline Cascade we might actually, I could see actually playing, to be honest, but I'm going to take the processor anyway. I might want it. All right, Earthen Arms I think is an actual fine card. Probably don't need to play it, but it's something to do. Spectrum's just pretty terrible. Even in, I mean, we have a deck where it would play at its best, and I still don't want it. I'm going to take the Hate the Charge probably. Okay. So pretty interesting looking little brew we've got going here already. I'm digging it. What do we want? So probably better removal. I don't think our removal is that amazing yet. Okay, we probably have enough creatures to support a Titan's presence, but I'm not sure I want it. Otherwise, I can take another Sky Spawner, which I probably just want. Ramp plus 2/1 flyer is pretty nice. I think Bone Splinters is probably fine on the splash. Do we just not have good removal at all? We really don't, I guess. Clutch. And that's like it. Sheer Drop. Yeah, admittedly not incredible. Another Retreat. How much do I want Sky Spawner? I mean, Titan's Presence is something I could do over Bone Splinters. I probably have enough. And it feeds processing. Maybe I do want the Titan's Presence. I mean, how many colorless creatures do I have? I only have 1, 2. That one's not good enough with it. I don't have enough is the problem. I can splash Bone Splinters, but I think I'm actually just going to take Sky Spawner. Sheer Drop number 2, Incubator Drone. I think we want more removal. Ooh, Angel of Renewal seems pretty insane too, with just the quantity of token generators we have. Like, this feels like a card that's 6 mana, 4/4 flying, gain 4 or 5 life most of the time. I think I still want the removal spell though. I guess it's our 22nd card, so we'd have to start making cuts after that. Maybe we ditch the black plan and we just go straight green, blue, white. I mean, we only have 2 black cards right now, and they're not that amazing. I could see that, actually. And then we probably don't need to Seek the Wilds. So I could take Angel of Renewal. I still think I want the Sheer Drop. I think we want some more removal. I don't have a ton. Okay, Blade Whirl. Yeah, I mean, we certainly have enough allies to support that. It's a good beater. But I think because I feel like white is still our splash color, I don't love it. Salvage Drones got Ingest. We don't have a ton of process cards, though. Only the processor. Could take the Call to Scions. We have all these tokens, and we only have Retreat that really benefits from it. I mean, there's never an issue with just getting a bunch of dudes, I guess. And ramping towards our Awaken spells, I guess, is not bad either. Blade Whirls, I don't love it on the splash, and I definitely feel like we're focused on green-blue. Let's take the Call to Scions. I think Channeler's not bad either, though. I'm going to take the call. Brood Monitor. Another chance to get Angel of Renewal. I think we actually want the Beastmaster, though. Beastmaster just seems nuts in our deck. Just absolutely insane. We have a bunch of allies. It's insane with Retreat. We have infinite tokens. I think Beastmaster is just going to be pretty insane in this deck as like... And maybe we table Natural Connection again. Do I even need a second one? No, I certainly wouldn't mind a second one. Let's take the Beastmaster, though. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Retreat seems fine. Our deck probably can play Scour from Existence. Broodhunter Worm, not bad either. How badly do I want a Retreat? I mean, it's fine. It's not amazing. Cloud Manta, another flyer. I mean, I could legitimately play Scour in here and be fine. Does deal with everything. I'm probably playing 18 lands. I'm almost assuredly playing 18 lands, I should say, even with the ramp. So I could play Scour. How badly do I want just like a 4/3 worm though? I don't know. I kind of want it. It's like a decent body. It's not insane. I'm going to take the Scour. I feel like having one catch-all removal is good. Breaker just seems great for our deck. Like, we're going to be able to get to 8 mana, absolutely no problem. And this is just a game breaker. So I think that's the pick. We absolutely have enough ramp to support it. Maybe we ditch the Infuse. At best, it's +3+. I mean, at best, it's a good card in our deck, but I don't love it. And I guess Skyrider Elf at this point is at best. Well, I guess we have the Sunken Hollow, which we are going to play. So we could legitimately make it a 4-mana 4/4 flyer still. We're going to take Breaker here for sure, though. All right, Lifespring Druid number 2 seems just fine. I actually like Cliffside Lookout in this deck a lot, though. Just synergistically speaking, even on the splash, pumping infinite token cards seems pretty nice. We do have a lot of tokens, right? Sky Spawners, Call, Watchers, Retreat. These things are kind of creatures. We might still want the Druid, though. More ramp and fixing. I guess we'll take the Druid. A third Invoker seems fine. I kind of want some more early game. Otherwise, Hedron Archive is a pretty excellent card. Although, I kind of feel like getting another 2-drop is pretty excellent for us. And, I mean, there's never an issue with Invoker. Right? A bear or a 7/7 trample just seems really good. We already have to make cuts, though, which is pretty interesting. Since I don't know exactly what... Maybe Earthen Arms can get the boot. Yeah, I'm going to take the third Invoker, rather. Processor number 2 versus Broodhunter Worm. I think between Beastmaster, Double Sheer Drop, Processor, Scour, Breaker, we're good on late game spells. So I kind of want a Broodhunter just to get some more relatively early beats. I mean, like I said, Broodhunter's not insane. The problem is we really can't process in our deck at all. So it's not to say a 7-mana 7/8's bad, but I'm going to take the Broodhunter Worm, just keep our curve a little bit lower. Blighted Woodland seems pretty awesome. I think we want that. I mean, works well with landfall, works well for fixing. Okay, Mercstrider, I mean, just can't make it work. There's a core Blade Whirl. I don't think we're going to make that work either, even with the allies. But it might just be the best card. Anticipate. Not really intimidated by the... Although, do I play the Elemental? Probably not. Well, I mean, I probably actually end up playing Anticipate if I'm focusing on green-blue and I'm running 18 lands. Maybe I don't have space for it, but we'll find out. All right, Upheaval might be good against us. Boiling Earth, it's definitely good against us. Okay. Well, interesting deck. We ended up 3-color. We have to make some cuts, which I don't think I should have too many problems with. I like where our deck is. I definitely think we look like a strong little brew here. We have enough finishers. We have enough early game. We have ended up like basically exactly the way I wanted, where we're focusing on green, blue, and splash white with late game spells to boot. So, all right, let's separate stuff here, and we gotta basically cut 3 cards. I guess Anticipate is gonna go. I just feel like we've got better stuff going on. Definitely love these Skyrider Elves. I think I want to keep Scour around. Just seems like a nice... It seems like having a catch-all in the main deck is just really important. And then if I don't need it, I'll cut it. Like dealing with bomb threat being able to deal with bomb threat main deck just seems really nice. I mean, maybe in this deck it's justifiable to cut it, but just the fact that I have like no other removal. I mean, Sheer Drop is definitely removal, and it's good in this deck. Then I do have to make 2 cuts. That's tough. I don't want to cut the Invokers. I still think I want to play 18 lands. It just seems correct with the Breaker especially. Even though we do have a ton of ramp. Actually, Void Attendant's going to get the boot. It does like nothing in our deck. Okay, that was an easy cut. Call to Scions is like a creature. So we have just plenty of creatures. I guess, and Scour actually feeds the processor, which is certainly relevant. Do we have nothing else that feeds processing? I don't think we do we? That's okay. Beastmaster's just nuts in this deck. Just nuts. We have a lot of allies, don't we? Or maybe we don't, but these guys are allies. Those guys aren't. Okay, well, I take it back. We don't have a ton of allies, but this thing spits out allies, which synergizes amazingly well with Beastmaster. This deck's cool. I like the way this deck looks, actually. And we have enough finishers. Breaker's just nuts. Breaker is just insane. I mean, Breaker's actually good with Infuse the Elements, too. Give it Trample, as if it needed it. It already isn't. Just eats your opponent's army, basically. Breaker of armies. Well named. We have a lot of ramp. I mean, do I want to play 17 lands? I kind of don't. I kind of want to play 18. We just have things that support that well, I would say. And we're playing 3-color. Yeah, all right, I got to make a cut. It might be the Worm. Not that I have any issues with the Worm at all. It just feels like, synergistically speaking, everything else is probably better. Probably. And I want to keep enough early game just so we don't get run over. It feels curve-wise right to keep the Hunter, but everything else just seems better. I mean, I like Call to Scions and Eyeless Watchers are better with Beastmaster and Retreat, which makes me want to keep them around. I really have just 20 creatures if you count Call, Double Sheer Drop, and Clutch as creatures, which you should. So half my deck is creatures. So it feels like Brood Hunter Worm just could get the boot and it wouldn't hurt this deck very much. All right, I'm going to cut Brood Hunter Worm. And we're going to sort by color again. So we're actually just pretty light in blue, but we're not a color-intensive deck at all, which is just fantastic. Really something that benefits this deck greatly. We're going to play the Sunken Hollow and count it as an island. We're going to play the Fertile Thicket, obviously playing all 4 of our lands. So how many forests, how many islands, how many plains? That's the real question. So we want plenty of green. This is 10 green. Remember, woodland is colorless, so 10 green and 5 blue and 4 white. I don't love that. I think we go 6 green, or 6 blue rather. Because we also have Lifespring Druids and Natural Connection. So that's 3 more of both blue and white. Yeah. This I actually feel pretty comfortable with. This is 9 green, 6 blue, 4 white. I kind of like that. I could even go down to 8 green because I only need 1. But I think because we have all this green fixing, I'm more comfortable just making sure we see our green. I mean, I kind of want to make sure we see our blue too, to be honest. But even playing this as, like I said, a 3-mana 3/3, or in this deck we can actually play it as a 4-mana 4/4. Actually, we could potentially play it as a 5/5, can't we? If we had both Druids, Sunken Hollow out, we could straight up play Skyrider Elf as a 5-mana 5/5 flying, which is just busted good. Yeah, this deck's cool. All right, I'm gonna run it like this. I think I like this. Plenty of fixing. I'm trying to think if I even need the 4 white, but I think 4 white is probably fine. Not to mention just helping with the Skyrider Elf. All right. I like this deck. Very cool deck. I think it looks fun. We have a great early game plan. We have just an excellent, amazing mana sink late game plan with, I mean, triple Invoker, acting as both Grizzly Bears and just 7/7 Tramplers in the late game. Breaker of Armies, Rune Processor, Beastmaster, it's just nuts. Retreat, I love in this deck too. So very cool. I'm going to sort it by this, like this. And where's Clutch? Yeah, Clutch is up here too, I think. So yeah, cool deck. Really like it a lot. And all right, running it like this. Hopefully we do well. We'll see you round 1.